Introduction to Spare, A Cup of Tea with Prince Harry, and Byrony Gordon. Byrony Gordon went to Montecito to talk to the most famous man in the world right now about therapy, family dynamics, and finally finding his voice. Prince Harry and Byrony first met back in 2017. They have a long working friendship, born out of a mutual passion for talking about mental health issues. If you like to support us with a one-time donation, give us a super thanks. Support us as a patron. Join channel membership. Subscribe, and hit that bell icon, so you never miss any updates. Byrony. I think you would have to be cold-blooded to read this book and not be immensely moved. The thing that really came out to me is that you are someone who has had their voice silenced their whole life. People have spoken for you, people have written books about you. Harry. Totally. I don't know what the number of books is, but I think it's in 3 figures. Byrony. So it seems churlish not to allow you to write your side of the story. And in doing so you go from being a sort of fairy tale prince, to a real person. I don't know you that well, but what I do know of you, I felt really came across in the book. But you probably feel you know me more than most, because we've had a couple of interactions here and there. Spare is a landmark publication full of insight, revelation, self-examination, and hard-won wisdom about the eternal power of love over grief. Byrony. Well, yeah, fair point. I felt your voice coming through. Prince Harry. My life has been turbulent and adventurous, all in one. I don't view any of the things that have happened. I view the things that have happened to me as lessons learnt. Right? And that's going right back to losing my mum. At the beginning, I didn't want to talk about it. As you and I both know, society as a whole doesn't really encourage you to talk about grief and loss. When you put a lid on these things, they snowball within you. When I started doing therapy in my early 30s, I began to realize that the person I thought I wasn't truly me. I was numb. What I hope I've proved throughout this whole journey of mine, which is obviously still continuing, is that actually you can be strong and be vulnerable at the same time. I take so much strength in being vulnerable. I used to take huge offense at the idea that I might have changed, and when people blamed Meghan, I would think, no, I haven't changed, I'm still the same person. But I'm not. Of course I changed, I did therapy. I had a moment in my life, after 10 years military service, which kind of burst the bubble, and made me realize, well, hang on a second, you're part of something here, this institution, and you feel very different. Again, I am my mother's son. Consistent therapy gave me a chance to clear, untangle and unwind. It was like clearing the windscreen. Clearing away all of Instagram's filters, life's filters. Byrony. Clearing away the masks that we put on to survive. Harry, the masks, yeah. I never understood that. I didn't walk around thinking, shit, this isn't me, I don't feel normal to me. I felt totally normal, as I guess most of us do. But if you're sitting on unresolved grief, loss or trauma, there's a high possibility that the way you interact and behave with people is probably not very authentic and not genuine to you. It's a defense mechanism. You're not living an authentic life because you're scared of meeting one of those moments of grief again. So you just close up. That's what I was closed up. William was the same, we were both closed up. Therapy completely changed my life. As did being in a relationship with a mixed-race woman. It blew my mind. I had an education. Byrony. In that it opened you up to stuff you just didn't know about. Harry. I had no idea. I thought that traveling the Commonwealth and doing the role that I did, you couldn't be more traveled and more cultured, surely. I quickly realized that I wasn't cultured, at all. When you take a member of the royal family, and you put them through therapy, of course there's going to be a difference. It's like we were speaking different languages. We could not understand each other after that. Before there were always complications, issues, or whatever. I often had this sense that things didn't feel right. Therapy opened my eyes, cleared away all the gunk, and the shit, and all of a sudden, I was like, this has been a really painful process, and I now realize that for the rest of my life, every single day is going to be a work in progress, but I can't leave my family behind. And that's when I started trying to explain to them how some of their decisions and some of the things they were doing, or not doing, was going to reflect on them. Badly. Especially across the global stage, especially across the Commonwealth, with relation to my now wife. And I couldn't get through to them. And it wasn't one or two people that I was trying to get through to. It was a mindset. It was a culture, within a bubble, that while I was there was unbreakable. It wasn't that I gave up, but I do feel as if I failed in that instance, trying to bring them with me. But as we all know, anyone who has done therapy, the hardest thing in life is to be able to change yourself, let alone change anybody else.